Hi guys, welcome to Bit, Nibble, Byte, where you don't have to learn all of coding at once, you can just take a bit, nibble, or byte. Today we are going to create a Java Hello World program, so if that sounds interesting, stay tuned and you will be coding in no time. So today we are going to make a Hello World program. There's just going to be a simple program that's going to print the text Hello World to the screen. Feel free to customize it and print any text you'd like. This is just to get a basic syntax of the programming language down. Today we're going to learn Java, but if there's any other languages you're interested in, feel free to comment below and we will incorporate them into future videos. This tutorial is going to require that you have Java installed on your computer, as well as a basic text editor or integrated development environment or IDE. Just a fancier text editor that gives you a little more functionality. If you don't have either of these things, don't worry, I'm going to put links in the description below for you to put those on your computer. Today we're going to get right into coding. Start by opening a test.java file in whatever text editor or IDE you're using. We're going to start by defining the visibility of the class we want to create. So I'm going to type the word public. Other options are private or protected, but we're not going to use those today. For now, know that public means that this class would be visible to any other classes you were to create. We're then going to use the keyword class to define exactly what we're making, which makes sense, and then we're going to name the class test. Test needs to match the name of your file, test.java. This will eventually make the job of the compiler a little bit easier to know which classes it needs to run. The next thing that you guys are going to write into your program is your main method. The main method is a special type of method where the program execution begins. A method itself is similar to what other languages might call functions. They're just code statements that are grouped together to perform a function, so makes sense. And they also can assist in code reuse if you call that same piece of code from other parts in your program. To create your main method, you are going to start with defining the visibility once again. If you don't explicitly define it, it will assume public, but we are going to type the word public for now. The next thing you need is a word called static. This is important for the main method because it means that it is associated directly with the class test, and it can be run on its own without the help of something called an object. You don't have to worry about that for now, but just know that the main method can now just be run. You next specify the return type of the method, which is void. This means that we're not going to worry about returning anything and nothing should be returned. You can replace this with string or integer and other methods when you want to return things, but we're not going to return anything right now. You then name the method. Normally, again, you can name this anything you want, but the main method is special and has to be called main so that the compiler knows where to start execution. The parentheses will allow you to input any arguments you want. So I am passing a string array called args. Args is convention. You can name this actually whatever you want. I had someone call it string beans, and I think you could just kind of have fun with that. But this allows you to pass any kind of strings through to the function as parameters when you get into that. So we're not going to go over that today, but that is an option in the future. So if you were to try to run your program right now, it would be pretty boring. We're going to put in some functionality that will actually print something to the screen. So if you write system.out.println and within its parentheses write hello world in quotes, we're now going to try to run this and see hello world get printed to the screen. To compile your program, open Command Prompt if you're using Windows and Terminal if you're using a Mac operating system. Compiling Java works a little bit differently than compiling other languages such as C or C++ because it is both compiled and interpreted. As a newcomer to coding, these details aren't crucial. Just think of this step as checking for syntax errors in your program. To compile the program, use the command javac and then the name of the file you want to compile. You can see that no errors show up. This command has just created a class file that contains Java bytecode to be run by a Java virtual machine. Again, it isn't crucial for a newcomer to know all of the details, just know that we will use this class file to run our program. The class file generated has the same name as the Java program we created. We'll run it using Java and then test. And you can see that Hello World was printed to the screen. I hope you guys enjoyed the video today. If it was helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for future content. If there's anything else you'd be interested in learning, please comment below and I'll incorporate those into future videos. Until next time, guys.